morning, everybody. Wakey, wakey. It's time for Morning Glory. My name is MC Kaiya, and I'll be your captain for the next 1 hour, 30 minutes. Let's have this conversation going.
13 minutes past the hour, 8 in the PM, the second day of, should be November 2023. My name is MC Kaiya. I almost said October, of course, because we've been saying October for the last 31 days. But then now we're already in November. So asanteni sana kwa wale wote ambao washa to join. Of course, being an English show, but then coming in the evening, then there are a lot of rules that will be bent. Anyway, thank you so much for joining us, and we do apologize for the technical hitches that we had in the morning, but promise you that we're going to line up a great show for you in the evening, and so we are here. And I have the same guests I was to have in the morning. These are people from an organization called the African Character Initiation Program. In short, you say ACIP. And they're here to share the journey they've had in the last 19 years. What has that journey been? The journey has been to change how we do our initiation. I wouldn't want to say circumcision. I'm saying that carefully because circumcision is just but part of the process. So the initiation process, as you can see in that headline, then we say it is the transition to adulthood. And they've given an alternative to the traditional or the African traditional way of doing it. So I wouldn't want to say much. I just want to give a chance to my guests to say hi to you. But then before that, allow me to introduce them. I'll start with Dr. Liz Awino. Please have the mic with you. Allow me to start with you for the introductions. Of course, I've already mentioned your name. Tell us a little bit about yourself.
Thank you very much, MC Kaiya. We are so glad to be here this evening. I'm Elizabeth Owino, a lecturer in Moi University, School of Education, Department of Educational Psychology, and as part of our outreach program, I am with ACIP.
Okay, thank you so much for that. And for those who tuned in, let me know where exactly you tuned in from. Also click the like button, click the share button, and also click the notification button if you're joining us in for the first time. Next to Dr. Liz is my brother. Is called Kip Kosgei. Kip Kosgei, karibu sana to the Morning Glory Show happening in the evening. Say hi to our viewers.
Hi everyone, my name is Eliud Kosgei. I'm a swimming coach at Troopers Fitness Center, and I'm an alumni of ACIP from 208.
Alumni of ACIP from 208. Now, because this is the most comprehensive talk show in Kenya, we'll do a few corrections of our terms. So, alumni is actually the plural. Then, alumnus is is one person. And then, alumna means it's a lady. Have a beautiful evening. Now, next to Kip Kosgei, we have Professor Eunice Kamara. Karibu sana, the Morning Glory Show happening in the evening. Say hi to our viewers.
Thank you. Viewers, good evening. My name is Eunice Kamara. I work with the Department of Religion, Philosophy, and Theology at Moi University. I'm a member of the ACIP program. Thank you.
Okay, thank you so much. Asante sana. Last but not least is Dr. Chirchir. Say hi to viewers and also tell us about yourself.
I'm Jambo. This is Dr. Chirchir. I'm an obstetrician gynecologist, so I'm masquerading as a urologist. I am pleased to be in this program and happy to have met Professor Eunice Kamara and her team in ACIP, with whom we are collaborating to provide initiation programs to our youth. Thank you very much.
Okay, thank you so much. And when you say masquerading, at least your area of specialization is just in the same place. So it's just like you've not far from there. Anyway, thank you so much for those who've joined in. Of course, if you have any questions to ask or any feedback as we continue, do shoot those comments and I'll be able to read them. Just a reminder, the Morning Glory Show is the most comprehensive talk show in Kenya today. And this particular evening, we are going to discuss a program by these wonderful people that helps not only boys, but let's say youth transform from childhood to adulthood with some guidance. And I'll give the first chance to Dr. Kamara, please, or rather Professor Kamara. Give us, somebody would ask a question. Why ACIP?
Thank you very much. we've got a long history. I'll try and cut it short. In the early 90s, a group of us were teaching at Moi University in the School of Arts and Social Sciences when we noticed that young girls and boys would be coming to the university, very green, very innocent, but in a short while, they would be pregnant, there would be sexually transmitted infections. It was like one of the 3 most common diseases that were reported at the university clinic. And we were worried, we were wondering what's happening. So we did some research, and it turned out that the major challenge was ignorance. Most of those boys and girls had little information about sex. And we were like, they are at the university, but they don't know about themselves. They don't know about their bodies. Many of them would be surprised that they are pregnant. And I'm like, have you been having sex? Yes, so why don't you expect to be pregnant? Have you been using contraceptives? No. So why are you surprised that you're pregnant? But it turned out that nobody was talking to these adolescent girls. They were still in their adolescence. And we said, we probably need to talk with them and see how we can provide some knowledge, some skills, and even some values to support them in their university life. But as we interacted with them, it turned out that some of them had already engaged in sex before they came to the university. Some of them had gotten into drugs before coming to the university. And we said, we probably need to step back and do more of prevention than intervention. So he said, let's go to high school. And we went to high schools and we started what we called school visitation programs. We would go to schools, talk to girls. We focused on the girls initially and try to understand where they are in terms of their knowledge and practices. And guess what? We were surprised. High school was still not the right place to talk. High school would be intervention. It wouldn't be prevention. And we didn't have any skills on intervention. So we said, well, we need to go down to primary schools. At the same time, we were doing research around the subject. And in 2004, I completed my PhD. And in my PhD, I'd looked at youth sexuality, gender, and HIV and AIDS. Remember in the 90s, early 90s, HIV was at its height.
I may not remember, I may just read.
Yes.
Important to note. Very significant.
You make me feel like a fossil, but anyway. So anyway, we realized that we needed to go further down. And then at that point, as I completed my PhD and a few other research were going on among my friends, we noted that in indigenous African societies, there was a clear system of supporting boys and girls to transition from childhood to adulthood. This had been disrupted largely by Christianity. And we said, well, we need to get churches to put their act together and tell us what it is we can put in place for that which was eroded, because it was eroded without any replacement. So the research that we're doing indicated that churches were still very influential. They had a consistent, regular congregation every Sunday. So they had the audience with them. They had young people with them. They were credible to a significant extent. And basically they were found right up to the grassroots level of every community. And we said churches would be a good people to work with to tell us what it is that needs to be done. So as we continue to do research, it turned out that it would be possible to reconstruct the indigenous system, and kind of throw away what was not important and keep what is important. So we were saying, don't throw the baby away with the bathwater. Let's keep the baby. So we said we can get some aspects of indigenous initiation, combine them with modern practices, combine them with Christian practices, and see to it that adolescents are supported through this very exciting but also very difficult situation because of the development challenges associated with adolescence. At that time, this is mid-1990s now, and at that point, universities were being pushed to translate research into practical development. It was like you can't just do research and put your report in the library shelves and stop there. We were being challenged to go into communities and translate our findings into research. And we said, let's do this. Let's see if we can start an African Christian initiation program. Put in indigenous values with Christian values and support these adolescents with knowledge, with skills, and with values. So 2004, a year after my graduation, we started the African Christian Initiation Program. And we got an overwhelming response from the community. They were willing to bring their children to us, pay for the services, all services. We would volunteer our time, we would volunteer our expertise, but local communities would pay for all the services that were required. And at that point, we partnered with churches, because remember, we were saying churches should be doing this. So we partnered with the Presbyterian